Howdy do y'all, and welcome to this cartoon commentary of Crash Out, I Am Bandicoot. Now, before we get started in the episode, I'd like to talk about real quickly how this came about for me to want to remake this. Basically, I ran out of Crash Bandicoot animation ideas, and this was the next best thing. So I was like, yeah, I'll just remake the first two episodes of Crash Out. And that's what I did. And let me tell you guys, it was not easy making this, but it was a fun challenge, I will say that. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get into this episode here. Now, the theme song for Crash Out is the same theme song as the original, or the same theme music, but it just has lyrics. And special thanks to Mike Merritt for agreeing to do this. Because I was looking for somebody to do it, and I sang a draft of it, and I did not like it, so I was like sending it to different people with the lyrics, and my version, I'm like, here's what I want, but just not me. And so I'm so glad I found Mike through Josh Gaming, and he did it, and it's awesome. So I love the theme song. Little Crunch cameo in there. So with this scene, I really wanted to establish that Coco was there, and you know, I just really wanted it to make sense as to why she was there, because in the original she just shows up and it was just random. But here it's like, you know, she's shopping, you know, and Aku Aku's here because he was added later on.
Hey, I remember you, Crash Bandicoot, right? Yeah, that's me.
But
I know you. You're that orange
the only reason Aku Aku was more prominent in this was because he, well, I added Uka Uka to the cast, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna have Uka Uka, I have to have Aku Aku, so I added Aku Aku.
Take a picture of me and the fox, huh?
Remaking this scene was fun. I just pretty much copied the same thing.
That's fabulous. See you around.
And I did the woman's voice because people asked if I was going to do it again, and I did.
She was more annoying than that jeweler who thought I was Sonic. Hey, I want to buy an engagement ring for my girlfriend.
Oh, really?
And then this joke I added like last minute, but I just sort of
Here, this ought to cover it.
I did a sample of what I wanted the voice to sound like, and I just went with it.
Didn't see that coming.
And yeah, it's just a quick little extra cutaway joke because I took out another cutaway joke that was in this scene where Crash references the canceled CTR 2010.
Surely I can sympathize with you, Crash.
Yeah, it skipped the joke right there.
For your talent,
Embryo was a lot of fun to work with, I will say that. His facial expressions, he's just really crazy.
Maybe I'm overreacting.
Oh, nonsense. I think it's time you remind the world.
Drawing that shelf behind him, his little bar with his, you know, elixirs and whatnot. That was so much fun. I mean that sarcastically. Beaker was a challenge too. I was like, I want him to have this bubble effect inside of him and still be animated in the face and have transparent glass, and
He's my creation and my best friend. Shut up and
it's not that complicated once I got the Beaker formula down.
Maybe I shouldn't do this potion thing.
Crash, you really have nothing to
And then this bit I added extra, like a intro to the song, and it has bits of dialogue that were spoken in the original, as well as a lot of new stuff.
Down to just one question.
That line there from the original. Him jumping over that counter was a challenge, big challenge. And I really wanted this to stand out, opposed to the original where it was just cutting to them in their same poses and stuff. I wanted to just make it so much better, and I think I did a decent job here. I wanted a lot more movement. I wanted them to just... It's a musical number, you know, so I wanted it to stand out. Now here I didn't do the silhouettes because it just... I wanted it to be more clear of what Crash was doing. And it looks better, in my opinion. And then here, I didn't have all the extra Beakers come out and sing along because I just thought Beaker should just steal the show at the end of the song and just go all crazy, and Embryo tells him to shut up. And
Well, that was a random song.
Yes it was.
yeah, I changed bits of dialogue
You say, Crash.
to better suit the
I am
episode.
Bandicoot. Hear me roar.
Ooh,
And
what?
I just did whatever works to make it better. You know, the original was just more of a general idea of what I wanted to do. And here it's like I really had no limits
What? Nothing. Just get out of here.
as to how to go about this.
Look out, world! Here comes Crash.
Dr. Cortex, is that Crash?
Now, Engine was not going to have effects on his
Yes, it
voice,
is.
and
Hey, I
Um,
remember that guy.
people were
Jaw, he's that weasel
kind
that's
of like
girlfriend with the big jug.
annoyed about that, and I was like,
That's not what I'm
well,
known for.
I kind of
Yeah, it
wanted
is.
it to
Shut up,
be.
Pinstripe.
I wanted him to be easier to
Weasel.
understand, but I
I'll
was like,
show
whatever, I'll
you.
just leave it.
Ooh, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, oh, I forgot to mention the Tana bit. I actually pulled up her top a little more because it was a little too low, and I thought maybe that would save me from the censors of YouTube. The things they found inappropriate in here, I just don't comprehend. But
Thank goodness his pants stayed on.
I mean,
Otherwise,
for all I
we'd
know,
be
it
in
could
a
be
whole
this
lot of-
joke. But
Oh my.
yeah, I had to remake all this music, and it was just really. Well, I forgot to mention the other guy that says I remember that guy. He turned into a full-grown man all of a sudden.
Because
in the original, it was a kid.
By now. Come, Beaker, to the end.
Yeah, I had to do, like I said, I had to do what made it work. And the trick here was no walk cycles. That was the goal. I didn't want to have to do a walk cycle. I just wanted the illusion of Crash stomping. And that was added later as well. And one of my friends, he did this amazing scream long ago, and I wanted to incorporate that.
What the heck kind of steroids have you been taking?
And the encounter with Tiny and Koala Kong, there were supposed to be other encounters Crash was going to have, but one of them seemed out of place. One of them was took a little bit too long to get to the point.
Wonderful. My Lord, mi creation.
And remaking the Endcopter was annoying as well.
Look, hon,
Oh, the return of the stupid lady.
Get a picture of us.
The honey badger. That's just.
I think that was
Those
a
closer acts were really annoying to draw.
giant mutant bandicoot.
Oh.
And those cars zipping by, they're from Blind as a Batman. Recycled.
Coco baby, please.
Now, Crash, Coco shopping for winter clothes was actually a plot point for a different direction that it was going to go. And she was going to buy all these scarves and use them to trip Crash in the street and then spray him with this hose connected to a Wumpa truck. It was a Wumpa Whip truck, and that's how he was going to turn back to normal. And I was like, no, I have to do the bazooka thing again. And that's when I had Aku Aku have this ability to summon it and stuff. It just worked out a lot better.
Whoa. What
Yeah, he
happened?
turns back to normal, and he's in his boxers instead of him being in his shorts like the original.
Oh, how'd you change me back?
Good old Wumpa.
It's a convenient fruit. Well, at least it's all over. Let's go home.
So yeah, the ending, I love this ending so much more because it's just Fate Crash gets framed for it, and it's great. I don't have anything against Fate Crash. I love him. He's great. But I just thought this has to be the ending. Like, he gets framed and gets beaten up really bad, and then just Iris is out on him. And yeah, I overall think this was a better approach to it. And there's my shameless advertising for merchandise, which I had quite a time designing that stuff. but it's legit. Well, legit to my animation anyway. Thank you guys for watching this here commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a few things. And yeah, thank you for watching.